Welcome back, everybody, to Tactics Ogre. We are headed to save our sister. Yeah. And if by save our sister, I mean we're going to attempt to recruit her back to our side. That would be a little more accurate. As our sister currently wants nothing to do with us. Is not surprising.
What business have the Amoricans here?
Lower your weapons and surrender at once.
Your lives
Your
will be
lives will be
spared.
Let's show them Lothlorien's true metal, boys.
So you can see there's lots of bullshit on this stage. Starting with the fact that there seems to be a tarry, mucky material spread throughout this area. I don't think this game has a what do you call that? A mechanic where if I light it on fire, it'll light the whole thing up. Be pretty cool though, but I don't think that exists. That exists in other games. Anywho, we're gonna fight a bunch of Dark Knights. As you may already be aware, the Dark Knights themselves, they look similar. They have slightly different coloring, which is supposed to help you determine, figure out, you know, this one's a mage, this one's a direct battle type. I never can figure that out. Like I said, I'm guessing the red ones are either physical or magical based, and then the blue ones are the opposite, and purple's probably healers. Of course, I won't know until it actually happens. So. I like to speculate, as you know. I like to tell things that I think might be true, but ultimately are lies, because I don't know enough about this game for it to really make, you know, for me to actually be like a genuine guru on it. I just sort of playing through it. And things that I thought were real aren't real, and things that I remember are not actually true. So I know that's a bunch of nothingness right there that I just said, but sort of what I'm trying to get at is, if you were listening to me talk earlier in the game, don't listen to me. Don't ever listen to me. Unless I've played through a game multiple times, like at least twice, would not believe one iota of what I have to say. I was kind of hoping there was level 3 magic. I don't think there's level 3 magic in this game. Other than, I think there's definitely a level 3 heal spell, but I don't think there's like a... I don't know. We'll see. We'll see is just what I should say. Because your bolting spells, it appears you definitely get level 3 bolting spells, but the area effect spells I don't think get to level 3. Could be wrong. I find it odd that at this point in the game I can do somewhere in the ballpark of like physically damaging enemies. I can do somewhere excuse me. Do somewhere in the ballpark of like 300 to with critical. I can do what, 500, 700 damage when I'm elementally positive or elementally good against them. But magic seems to be capped at about 270 something. I don't know why that is. I figured, you know, as I increase level, as my, you know, changed out wands, that, you know, some of that might go up in power, and we might start seeing, you know, the area, you know, the group attacks, like the non-missile spells. I thought those might go up in strength. They don't. I mean, they do a little bit, but it's not like enough for you to be like, oh wow, I was starting at 200, now I'm doing 500 or 300 even. Starting out well here on this episode. It's definitely one of those situations where I'm not sure I have we'll see. Yes, I'm not sure I have the right team to do this because we've got golems, even though I do have my sorcerer who has anti-golem on him. But yeah, that's gonna be our first hurdle, is getting over these golems. And after we get past the golems, we'll have to take care of the Dark Knights and the Birdmen in some order. So far, we've run across a couple different Dark Knights. Obviously, we killed Oz and Ozma in this particular run. But some of the other people that have appeared, including the big guy who started the massacre earlier in the game, hasn't popped up. We haven't fought Lancelot, obviously. And the only other person we fought was that one slave. Kind of looked like a berserker, but he wasn't a berserker character. The previous episode. Starting to get to that point in the end where I've got so many episodes of this recorded that I'm starting to think about what I want to skip over going forward. Obviously, we're not going to skip any of the major plot point items, like obviously this run up to getting our sister. We're not going to skip any of those missions. But there's probably a bunch of side content that I can do in the meantime. It doesn't need to be recorded, so just to cut down on episodes, you know, because unless I'm going directly after a boss character, just try and shorten a battle. Each of these episodes is taking me somewhere around 25 to 30 minutes to do. So I'm trying to sort of get there, you know, get to the meat potatoes instead of just dancing around, you know. But that's sort of the nature of this game, I guess. Is there's a lot of levels, and they all take a long time to complete. And the fact that the game is well balanced, of course, means that I'm not going to be able to over level and just roll over top of these guys. Bam, bam, dead. Sure how that worked, but okay. Alright, we're almost done with the golems, which is good. Fortunately, golems don't take a lot of damage from archers. Even our still, or air still. Pretty sure I missed out on recruiting some characters in the neutral run. I think I was progressing the storyline a little too fast. I think I missed a couple in there somewhere. So, I know at least the main character is a blind swordsman I missed. He's available in each of the playthroughs, so we'll get him. Apparently the other white knight, the one that got turned into a into a zombie, apparently he's available in all of the other playthroughs other than the neutral path. It's a little annoying, but that's okay. And there's certain characters that are only recruitable in one path or the other. Ozma is one of them. Ozma is only recruited through Law Path. There's a Necromancer that's only recruitable through Chaos Path. And there is at least one character, though I don't think he or she's all that important. It's only recruitable in the neutral path. Not that I don't really know if he's a quote unquote bad character to use. He might be very useful to use. The only problem with him is he doesn't stand out because he doesn't have a unique portrait, you know? So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when we get there. Typically, characters that get unique portraits are important because they generally have better statistics than your normal people that you can recruit at your local shop. Yeah, there's another dead one. What else? What else? What else? As of this recording, we've got about 2.5 weeks left till Easter. By the time this episode comes out, probably about 1.5 weeks or so. Sort of counting it down now, only because not that I said earlier that I could give up booze easily for a year, and now I'm starting to regret saying that. I can, you know, if you said you can't drink booze anymore, I could probably do it. I would just have to replace the drinking of the booze with something else, like, I don't know. I don't want to say tea, because when you get home at night, you don't want to be drinking a caffeinated beverage that makes it harder for you to sleep. There's a lot of juices out there that you can drink, whether it be like a fruit juice or like a vegetable. I don't like vegetables, but vegetable juice, like a V8. Water, obviously, with a little bit of lemon would be good. I mean, I'm not gonna replace booze with soda. I'm gonna tell you that much. And I probably drink too much soda as it is, but you know, best to try to cut down on that stuff where you can. Milk's always good for you as well. I don't know if anyone's drinking. I'm gonna have a nice tall, hearty glass of milk. That is a very dangerous man. You better watch out for the man that drinks milk. He might tuck you into bed and read you a bedtime story. Then you know, say his prayers, give thanks to the Lord. I don't know. Milk has got that like, if you drink water, people are like, good for you, keep your hydration up. If you drink milk, people are like, what are you, boring? You're the most boring person ever. You're milk. You're nothing. Of course, some people are lactose intolerant. Some people don't like, you know, dairy products because it's inhumane. I'm not going to worry myself about that. kind of stuff. You know, people have their own taboos. They have their allergies, and you stay away from things that you're allergic to. But like, I don't know, milk and bread are like the two quote unquote poor people staples, you know. Well, I guess in Europe they are. In Asia, it would be more of like a rice. Would be more of your base staple, you know. I'm not sure if there's anything more based than rice in Asia. I mean, usually you'll have some sort of like soup, some sort of light meat, depending on what part of Asia you're from. Chicken, goat, pork, beef. Fish is a big one for a lot of people. I don't know. I do find it interesting that, you know, we talk about what's the most important thing to your culture. You know, like in the United States, we have to have oil. We use so much damn oil. We need more oil. More oil. Why? Because we got big trucks. We got big things. We got big things we want to do, and they all require oil or some byproduct of petroleum. Okay, great. So we have strategic oil reserves in the United States. China, they have a strategic pork reserve. Because apparently pork is such a staple of their diet that they can't, I wouldn't say it would crush their economy, but it would hurt their economy badly if they suddenly if there wasn't enough pork. A little weird to me, but, you know, I can understand that. Pigs are very versatile creatures. They could eat pretty much anything, so they're like both your garbage dumpster and a source of food, you know? But I don't know. Each their own. I mean, I understand not everybody's got the, you know, the infrastructure, and infrastructure has the climate / fields to raise cattle. You know, chickens are what chickens are. I mean, they're not, I wouldn't consider chicken high diet, but at the same time, like, I still think chicken is good. I like chicken. It's like, you know, I'm a boring man. I like chicken. It's one of my favorite meats. Do I like good steak? You bet. Do I enjoy a good hamburger? You bet. Pork, ham, whatever on an occasion? Sure. You know. But man, do I love chicken. It is for me a very big staple food. It's like when I go to like Chipotle and they say, what do you want? What kind of protein do you want? Let's go chicken. Why? Because it goes super well. Chicken goes super well in Mexican, you know? It's cheap. It's cheaper, I guess I should say. Not hard to chew. You know, it's generally not stringy. Doesn't get caught in my teeth. And it's I think the protein itself is leaner than eating even the most lean of beef. Could be wrong. I just, you know, it's hard to do chicken. I think it's hard to do chicken wrong. Other than if you get white meat chicken and it's very dry. That's probably my, like, chicken breast. You can have some really excellent chicken breasts, like particularly if you get the rotisserie chickens. Nice and moist. Perfect. You know. But a dry chicken breast is not great. Depends on where you get it from, I guess. Like I've never gone to KFC or had like a rotisserie chicken gun. This chicken breast is dry. No. But I have eaten like what do you call it? Not a buffet, but catering. Where they bring in a big huge tray of chicken. You get a thigh, it's great. You get a drumstick, it's great. You get a breast, and it's dry as hell. You know, it's fine if they have it with, you know, they have some sort of gravy, something. But I don't know. I don't screw it. It's like, don't make the chicken dry. Don't make the turkey dry. I mean, if you bring me free food, I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to eat my dry chicken in silence because you brought me free food. But on the other end of this stick, you know, like, can we, like, I don't know, give the chicken a little bit of something, water, grease, make it not so dry when you're making it. I don't know. So, I've complained about this probably before. I'm not a big fan of commercials, particularly when you're, you know, watching non-live television. So, you know, if you give me an option of saying, Chris, you can either watch this on Hulu or you can watch this on Netflix, and I'll say, well, which one of them has commercials? I'll say, well, they both have commercials. Well, which one's worse? Give me the one that's least worst, or give me the one that doesn't have any commercial. I don't mind watching commercials, but the way they break commercials up for television, and particularly rerun television, is the most obnoxious thing ever. But sort of get to the point, I've been rewatching some episodes of American Dad that I have seen, but I haven't seen the whole season, so I'm sort of rewatching the season to make sure I didn't miss any episodes. I got to the episode where Roger is obsessed with the word badge cocking, where you basically break the animal so you can cook it flat. You know, it usually involves breaking its ribs after, obviously after it's dead, but could be wrong. Could also be some sort of more. Anyways, you make it flat so it makes it easier to cook the animal, the thing, and I think the word spatchcock is just funny as hell. So that's probably why they did the whole episode and they kept saying the word over and over again, because it's funny. I like how quickly the female healer's turn to come up. I just used her like a whole enemy character's turn ago, and her turn's coming up in about 3 more guys. That's a quick turnaround. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. It's a matter of, what did I do last turn? You know, did I move? Did I use a move? Or did I use an attack, etc., etc.? That's probably why my turn came up so quickly. But, you know, still seems kind of fast. Maybe she's just got really low RT. I can see her again here at the end of the well, not there anymore, but where I resurrected that character. He was on the board before her sister, or not sister, before the ninja. Alright, we gotta we're doing a good job right now, but we gotta finish off the rest of these guys. I've got at least two passed out characters that can easily turn. Yeah, see now Air Souls at 1, so I gotta revive her before her turn comes up again. Luckily, the turns don't come up that quickly, unlike whenever you have undead units. Seems like their 3 turns of being passed out go like that. Man, we should be coming to the end of this here soon. Another turn or two, I think. Or at least another round. Jeez. Aye. Bye-bye. That's a crit. Elemental. Or, I'm sorry, it's a finisher. Elemental damage. 900 damage with Berserker and... yeah. Gonna keep reviving characters here. I got the one sorcerer is about to die. He's right there between the female berserker and the knight. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 8 to 10 turns to kill them off. Shouldn't be too hard, I don't think. Particularly as I've got you to fly up there and kill this guy. You little bastard. Yep. That'll do. Mush. Alright, now there's only one guy left. And we're going to use this here to grab his health and take it from him. Oh no, I'm too close. That's okay. Back. We move back. Take your health anyway. Ah! Except I took his MP instead of his health. As if I'm gonna need another turn. No.
It's almost as if they didn't know we were coming. But why?
Great
Surely
question.
that Dark Knight who escaped would have given them warning.
But I don't think he did.